In this YouTube channel, I build miniatures, and I'm building a 1/12 scale model of a Sears Craftsman kit home. Sears Craftsman kit homes came in a wide variety of architectural styles and were sold between 1908 and 1942. Today I'm going to be attaching the floor assembly to the base of our diorama. When we think of Craftsman kit homes, we usually think of large homes with big dormers and large porches and grand staircases. This house is not a Sears kit home, however, it is a Craftsman house. This is the backyard and the back garage. The windows on the 3-car garage are from a church in Boston. If you owned this house, what 3 cars would you be putting into this garage? Let us know in the comments. The Sears 1/12 scale model house that I'm building will look like this. This house would have had 1 bedroom and no bathrooms. The house would be 412 square feet or approximately 500 square feet including the porch. This house might seem small compared to today's standards, but not all Sears houses were large Craftsman homes that we often think of. This house called the Rhodesia, for example, would have 2 bedrooms and no bathrooms and would only be slightly larger than the model house we are building, with a total of 616 square feet. This house, called the Shelby, was not much larger than the house model which we are building. It had 520 square feet, yet contained 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. And finally, this small house called the Hudson had 2 bedrooms and a bathroom and only 468 square feet. Yet, the description boasted that the house had room for a piano. We're talking about a large, upright wooden piano, not a small electric keyboard we often see today. Sears kit homes were shipped by railway, so if you lived near a town or an area where there wasn't a railway nearby, you would have to build your own house from scratch. If you lived in an area where there were lots of trees, you could often build your own cabin from logs, like this reproduction log cabin, which only had 1 room. Here we see the outside of this 1-room cabin, which could house a small family. We see in the house that there is a stove and some modest furnishings. Notice the ladder on the right-hand side of this picture, which would be leading up to a sleeping loft. As well, you'll notice the house had no electric power as there's a coal oil lantern on the table. Washing clothes would be done manually. Water could be heated on the wood-burning stove and then used to wash the clothes. You could also heat water on the stove when it was bath time as well. If you were wealthy enough and could afford a house with running water and electricity, you might be lucky enough to own a state-of-the-art automatic washing machine like this one shown here in the picture. Only 35% of American homes had electricity in 1920. By 1927, 70% of homes had electricity. Notice on top of the wash container there is a device which is called a wringer. Clothes would be fed through this and the rollers would compress the clothing and wring the water out of the clothes. Sometimes people would get clothing or their hands caught in these wringers. I remember going to my grandparents' house. They had an old wringer wash machine too. My grandfather had removed the wringer after my grandmother got her arm caught in it. So they weren't always the safest home appliances to use. This is what the floor assembly looks like when it's being attached to the foundation of a real house. This is what we're going to be doing today, attaching the floor assembly to the base of our diorama. you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe because you don't want to miss the next video. In the next video, I'll be preparing the wooden blocks which will be used as the foundation of our Sears Kit House Miniature. I'll also be telling you a bit more about these small Craftsman kit houses. We'll have a look inside a small home from this time period, and we'll get a better idea of what life was like 100 years ago. We'll see you in the next video.